So I'm glad I'm between you and lunch, not between you and the drink in the afternoon. So talk a lot about artificial intelligence, a lot technology, people. I'll take you through what we today refer in Avaya, the multi-experience, the total experience that came from Gartner, but what actually is we in Avaya for the last 4 or 5 years, we sat in a room and said, who are we and what do we do? And then the main question or answers came, we deliver an outcome. So we deliver an outcome to our customer. DHL is one of our largest customers in the world. I'm glad you will respond in 10 seconds. Computer Center too. So we deliver an outcome. But that outcome, what's it translate to? We're really delivering an experience. That experience, the 10-second, the agent that responding quickly, the tools we deliver, and also the overall satisfaction across the board. Many years ago, that was totally different. We used to sell, or our customer wants an ROI, immediate ROI of technology we give them. They wanted to enhance productivity of their sales force or their agent. And they want to have only talk about customer satisfaction. Things are changed in the last few years. And today, we want the experience across the board. Our employee, our customers, their customers, your customers. So if we knew that Gartner is going to come with total experience, we could have that rights for that. So I'll talk today about total experience that we started it initially, that experience that matters. It's still that matters for us. All what we do is we deliver experience. I'm here today with Sabio because they are one of our largest partners international, from UK all the way down to Australia, South Africa, and we serve customers like DHL. We do deliver real experience. And that experience matters. This is why DHL talk about 10 seconds. Then I'll take you through what we also do across the world with our customer. But I want to take you through how customers are building that experience. I live in Dubai, and before COVID, I lived in Emirates Airline. That was the place. I traveled all the way to Australia. My boss sits in New York. And they built their experience with their employee first. So their pilots don't drive to the airport. They were individually escorted with a driver in a luxury car. So they don't have to park their car. They don't have to worry about if they are late. So they're comfortable. So they fly you safe. They are in good condition. They put them in good hotels. Also, their rest of the crew, they collected them from their homes in nice buses, take them to the airport, and they are on time, relaxed, not worried about anything. And that experience continues across the board. So the agent on the floor, that when you arrive at the airport, they receive you well. Over the time, they get to know you. And over the time, you are getting the same experience. Being in Dubai, in Singapore, in New York, in London, in Germany, anywhere you go, that their employees are delivering experience to you because the company facilitated to them tools. It doesn't matter what's the tools. Today, if you fly in Emirates, they don't come and ask you what to eat, and they write it down. They come with an application, then they know my name, I'm on this seat, and what I choose from the menu. So they built application. They evolve over the time. So across the point, it doesn't matter if you call them, if you fly with them, it doesn't matter only the plane or the lounge. That experience across the board is what makes them different. What makes them always the #1 airline in the world. They use a lot of tools, a lot of applications, and these applications at every point makes a difference for their experience. So that is a company delivering a total experience. And I'm not talking about that because I fly with them, but I feel home when after tomorrow I want to go back home and I reach the Heathrow Airport and I go to the lounge, and it's exactly the same lounge in New York. It's exactly the same treatment in Dubai or in Singapore or in India. And they get to receive you with a lot of knowledge. They know about you. They provide them tools. They provide them everything to make sure that as an employee delivering that experience, they are comfortable. I am receiving it as a customer, and I am happy with it. And they charge me for it, by the way, because we enjoy that experience. So we talk now about everything is customer and employee. Many years ago, we were saying that the UC and CC will not exist. They were merging, and every employee is a customer or contact center agent. It's true. Today, with the technology, with the experience we want to deliver, so you call a contact center, and then technology will allow us to divert the call to the same agent you always talk to. It allows us to deliver the call. If the previous call you were about complaining about something to go to an advisor you're talking to. That is how we manage to build everything around customers and employee. Could we do it alone? No. Could we do it with Sabio? Maybe. Most important, we did it with you. The feedback you give us, the way we allow us to build that experience that you come up with application, all the people who came on the stage and talked from Salesforce to others, that all of us together delivering what we call today, the everything is customer and everything about employee and customer. This is how we look into technology. This is how we move from only technology-centric to more about the experience. And then to do this, you need to compose this experience. To compose this experience, there is no one company can do it all. Many people will claim they do it. They cannot. So we work with Salesforce, we work with Google, we work with our competitors sometimes in the same location or same customer site to deliver or compose an outcome, an experience to the customer. With Sabio, we built DHL Express. Along that 10 seconds, there's a lot of technology, a lot of composable things that we built to deliver that experience. And across the world, that's all what we're doing to make sure we compose solutions from ours and from others. COVID was an accelerator or forced us to accelerate the digital transformation. The application they use. I just came from Saudi Arabia, and of course there is a massive change in Saudi, from culture to talking about diversity. That country has more than 70% of people below the age of 30. The week before, I was in Turkey, and also the young generation dominate the countries. These people have no loyalty to a vendor, to their bank, to etc. They are obsessed of applications. They're obsessed of the device on their hand. They're obsessed of the social media they use. So they demand on us and their customer how we receive calls. They demand on what kind of social media that contact center should receive. So you have to really compose contact center today and have it able to talk to all these people and answer them. So during COVID, a lot of application came. A lot of application. And now, guess what? We are used to it. Why I mentioned Saudi? There is one application they built during COVID to trace and track COVID positive. That application becomes so important that evolved to become the everything. If you are in the country, even a visitor like me, you have to use it to do anything you wanted to do. That forced us to compose solutions to connect it to every contact center in the country. That before, we used to say, oh, no, we will not do it. Things are changing. And that composability of solutions is the key and the answer, and that's the way we are moving to the future. Talking about DHL, and DHL have many contact centers from Avaya, but I'm talking here about specifically the supply chain business that they had, and they wanted to move from 150 to 400 agents, and they wanted to, number one, to what she said, number one, they want to care about their agent. Why? Because if their agents were able to respond to customer in a friendly manner, in the 10 seconds she talks about, and also have all the tools and information about what they're supposed to answer, they will deliver better service. There is a lot of ROI came from this extension they did. Of course, we built for them a lot of AI, a lot of bots, a lot of new technologies, voice recognition, voice access, you name it. But the contact center manager told us the most important element for him was that the attrition of his agent dropped to 20% the first time in 15 years. We used not to think about this before. We used, okay, the churn is going to happen, we're going to hire, we're going to train, and it's become more difficult. So things are changing, and then talking about importance of our employees, your employees, customer employees, is as important as our customers, so they can deliver the better solution. So to do all this experience, it requires a platform. And that platform is no longer one platform can fit all. So in Avaya, we started 2 years ago, taking our UC and CC and CPaaS and collaboration and put them all together into what we refer to as experience platform, and work on towards building this application and connecting this application. The most important element, I talk about the cars you were buying, is how can we build that platform and allow our customer to contribute to it, allow our partner like Sabio who built application and put their own intellectual property to this, how can that platform give them the agility to make U-turn when things is not working or not meeting the expectation of their customer. It was a quite tough journey. I have to say, COVID, the positive part of COVID is allow us to do that because we were forced to do it. If we did not have COVID, I promise you our engineering team will say, it will take 3 years. Oh, I cannot do it. Oh, we need to go back to the waterfall methodology. So COVID helped us. You pushed pressure on us to deliver this kind of platform. And an outcome, we refer to it today as Avaya One Cloud. Many of you in this room, along with our partner Sabio, moved to Avaya One Cloud platform that allow you now to migrate to the future. And I'll take you through how you will migrate to the future. And eventually, you will be on all our platform from UC, CC, or CPaaS and workstream collaboration are going to be onto one multimedia platform that allow you to put any application. It is open. It allow our customer to be the partner who built the application, your customer also to build that, and of course, the ecosystem of partners and others. So give you an example how this works. Amar is one of the largest property owner in the world. And they are the owner of the tallest building in the world. They have an Avaya contact center on-prem, have all the, you could imagine what to have. But recently, they have decided to come and build a video and collaboration into their contact center. And they can pick and choose from the line, from the waiting or from the queue, which one they will do video with. And they immediately, based on the numbers, based on the data they will have, they will pick up that caller and do a video call with them. While doing this video call, they can take them through the property, they can take them what they are asking, and have a live chat video and take them through everything they wanted to do instead of sending them a link, etc. How did they do that? In no time, because it's on the cloud. They're still on the prem customer, but they brought that service from the cloud. That's where, when we talk about digital, that's part of how we're digitizing customers without disrupting what they have. So they already are using other applications from the cloud, like Salesforce, like Oracle, like Teams, etc. So that's how they move quickly, and that's the flexibility this new platform will allow them to do. So they don't have to rip and replace, they don't have to lift it, and they don't have to be purely public cloud. So the mix of hybrid is coming there. And so let me tell you how we are taking our customer to the future. So, we have 6.5 million contact center agents. So thank you for trusting us. We continue to maintain 6.5 million contact center in the world. That's out of 13 million. So how we migrate these people and how we modernize, how we migrate these agents, how we modernize it, how we move them to the future. Similar to what we're doing with Sabio. So Sabio is one of our main contributor and main partner in modernizing our customers and moving them from what they have to the future, being into hybrid or into staying on-prem or one cloud or a private cloud, or of course to the public cloud. So we introduced 3 years ago subscription. Subscription is the foundation of moving to the modernization, moving to the cloud. And we start to move our customer to subscribe. So only few customers we accept not to move to subscription and kept them on perpetual. The reason why we did that, because that will give us the ability to migrate, to upgrade them, to give them the latest, and give them also the flexibility to go up and down as needed. And subscription is the model, and then allow them to innovate because they don't have to wait for the latest release, because they're always on the latest release. They don't have to go up and down during the holiday season if they need it, or down when there is no rush or no other business on their contact center. So that is the 3 methods we did with our customers. Is first, we start with subscription. Some customer we took directly either to private cloud or to public cloud. And some customers, they continue to be on a private cloud or using some of the CX platform like Sabio. And this is how we've been moving our customer to this platform in the last 2 years. There's a long way, we still have a long way to go, but the adaptation to this kind of method is doing very well. And it allows us to add a lot of applications that we never did before. It will give us that openness to work with Google, to work with any kind of chatbots. Before, we used to limit ourselves to us and maybe sometime our partner. So today, proudly, we could say we could work with all our partners or competitors, or coexist with our competitors in the same account using our platform. So just the power of subscription, maybe a little bit, I talk about it. As I said, there is a lot of customer who wants to stay on-prem. Government, security, people doesn't want to interrupt or disrupt their business. So we provide them with subscription, so we keep them always current up to what they want. Hybrid is the most popular, is the hybrid. It is, I would say, in the last 18 months, 90% of our customers decide to go on hybrid. The reason for hybrid, because they don't want to disrupt what they have. They want to sweat the assets. That COVID proved to them that whatever they have, they can move it and work from home. And by the way, during COVID, the first 2 weeks of COVID, when the lockdown happened, we have moved 2.8 million agents to work from home. 2.8 million agents to work from home in 3 weeks. And in countries like India, where there's no internet, no phone lines, and no regulation, you cannot work from home. And a lot of complication also was around it. But the technology proved itself that it can help to work from home. So, and also, customers are moving towards the cloud, public cloud. And I'll take you through them. Some customers that decided, you know, would take advantage of the public cloud. I'm going to move everything to the public cloud. I have already moved my infrastructure to the public cloud. I want to move my contact center, my UC, and all my collaboration to the cloud, and I want to focus on my core business. Let the cloud provider work on that. This cannot happen without subscription. You cannot move people to the cloud if they are not on subscription. And unless you do an immediate cut, which becomes very expensive, you have to upgrade all the way to the latest release. You have to have many steps to do. So as Avaya or Sabio goes talk to you about moving towards subscription, the push towards subscription is related to modernization. We need to modernize every customer so they can move and be ready to jump and be on the cloud of their choice. As I said, public, private, hybrid, and name it, you will be able to move. This is an example in Denmark, where this customer of ours is, they're carrying around 9 different type of technology to deliver, or brands to deliver to household and enterprise services. They want to include more voice access, more voice recognition, more AI, and they could not do that if they don't have subscription. The minute we move them to subscription, we were able to put Google CCI and allow them to do all the power that AI of Google can bring. So if they were on that old release of, now we are release 10, if they were on release 6, that's what they were there before subscription, they could not move. So if you think about you want to move towards the future and you are an old release, your path is subscription, similar to what we did with this kind of customer. So they told me that I don't have to rush on time, but I think maybe I'll finish earlier and get you to lunch quickly. So to compose this solution, we refer to our partners around the world as experience builder. And you can see the names. They are vertical, they are industry specific, and they are big names. And also are all wrapped with a partnership like the partnership we have with Sabio. But the most important experience builder for us is you as a customer, is your customer also. If you don't come back and innovate with us, if you don't build this experience with us, none of us, all these names can do it. The application I talked to you about, it was developed because of a customer need. The need was COVID. Now we evolve that to something else. This application will not go away. Will not go away. It will stay there. In some of the countries, due to COVID, that you cannot go to government department. They locked down. And over the period of the COVID, they built application. Some countries, you apply for a passport because during COVID, they took all your data. They took all the picture, the fingerprint, whatever. You can get passport in 1 hour. 1 hour. You apply, you don't go. You don't go, and you get your application in 1 hour, your passport in 1 hour. And this type of experience will continue to evolve. And you as a customer have the biggest responsibility in enhancing this. So we can, as a technology provider and a partner like ours who deliver these solutions, is to evolve with you. There is no, absolutely, there is no thing that today's technology cannot do. It is the power of application, the power of the AI. We talked in the morning about the power and how many transistors you put on the chip. All of this is absolutely limitless. If you are in China, you don't carry no wallet, you don't carry no money, your phone, and they have an application like WhatsApp called WeChat. The whole world is on WeChat. I felt like I'm from the old ages when I was there because I had to use my credit card, I had to use cash. The phone and the WeChat have connection to everything you could imagine. What happened to a company like us? We were forced, lightly forced, to build a connector to connect that kind of social media they use into all our contact center in China. And this will not stop at all. I have 4 kids, so 2 girls, 2 boys. And WhatsApp, that's the family connection we do. My boys don't read it. My girls, they are nicer. One of them is sitting here. She does read. The boys don't read. I said, why don't you read? I send message. Oh, I was on Snapchat. Their preference is Snapchat. They are 18. In 4 years, I think they'll go to the workforce. Do you think a contact center can tell them you need to make a call? No. We already prepared. I have, in my organization, I have right now, over the last 4 years, and Steve Joyner in the room who runs UK and Ireland for Avaya too, we have hired like 60 fresh graduates out from university. So it's the age of my daughters. And we facilitate for them everything to their age and to their preference. So they can choose the PC they want. They can choose to work from home. they can choose to communicate with us with any type of communication they want. The countries where we were able to provide this, these people stayed with us. The countries we could not, they left us. We pay them a lot, we treat them very well, we educate them, but they did not feel comfortable. They want to feel comfortable of the things they get used to it. That's the experience, they live with it. So we need to, all of us, be prepared for you talk about diversity before, that young generation that coming to the workforce, our job is to embrace them. They are our kids, the age of my kids, your kids. We need to embrace them, not only giving them a job, is to facilitate the experience for them so they can serve their customer or be in the workforce the way they want. That is what is experience all about today. It's become an economy. Gartner said in 2025 it will be $12 trillion because everything is about experience. The gentleman who was talking about buying cars, it's just also you're building a new experience. You don't have to go to the showroom. So it's all about that experience. Hopefully we all build for good experience. So can't talk about experience and about the cloud and we don't talk about something Avaya developed in the last 3.5 years. 3.5 years we start our journey to build our contact center to go to the public cloud. It's not to be me too, it's to migrate our customer the way they want and on the speed they wanted to do. Proudly, in this 3.5 years, today I can say we are available in 55 countries. We can provide CCaaS public in 55 countries, while our competition has been doing it for 10 years. They didn't even half of that. Why we did that? Because the partnership we have with the partners and service provider and our legal entity in the countries and the partners like Sabio too. So our contact center, the public contact center is purely built on a native cloud. It's not like a product we're converting into a public cloud. It's built from scratch, it's based on Azure, and it's hosted at Microsoft. And we have customers start to adapt to our contact center. Some of them, they just use digital. They decide to keep their voice and they want to bring digital from the new CCaaS as an overlay for WeChat or WhatsApp, all this kind of social media, and they wanted to respond to their customer quickly without building on their own. Some, they decide to go hybrid. You know, I'm going to have half of my contact center on public cloud in a new country I am going to. I don't have to build it. I just bring it from the cloud. But everything I have, I still can run it, integrate both of them. This is the names that you see there are, we have more names. This is the names that allow us to use them publicly, and many of them are in the UK, and many of them is also a Sabio customer. This is how we're building and moving towards digital acceleration by using public cloud as needed, private cloud, and hybrid cloud, and give you, our customer, the choice to build your way. You know, this is some of our top customers around the world that we help them in the last 3-4 years accelerate their digital transformation. And to everybody who has talked before me, our experience tells us too, has nothing to do with technology. Digital transformation, it's people. It's people. If the people don't change their mind, there is no democracy in digital transformation. If you give them a democracy, forget it. It will not happen. It has to be top down, and it has to be ability, as I said, to make U-turn when it's not working, and it has to be friendly and takes care of people, and there is no one fits all. As I said, any organization will have young and different ages. So I don't want to discriminate ages, but everybody wants to use what's comfortable with. This is how we help all these companies to migrate to the future and build their platform that allow them to take more talent into their workforce. So Gartner talks about total experience. And we, in Avaya, we do believe that a total experience matters. And absolutely, we need to deliver total experience. What requires, in our view, to have total experience, you have to have the brand. that allow you to talk about that, yes, I am a company or a partner, I can deliver that experience. It's the people who's executing also that type of experience. And the platform has to be open to allow you to build this kind of experience and do it. Then you have to team, not only your team, you have to keep training your people. You have to team with companies like Sabio, like other partners, like strategic alliances like Varen, Nuance. These companies, like, they have to be there with you with the same vision, with the same belief that this is the way we will deliver experience. What Varen, an example, do and deliver, it's amazing. Can a contact center live without them? Impossible. They evolve too, and they are become more focused about the not only productivity of the agents. They are become more aware that we need to give the agent the freedom and the tools to be able to deliver, while we're still giving KPIs to their managers to deliver productivity. And of course, the scale. You need a company with a scale, can reach anywhere in the world. We serve DHL in all the countries, including Fiji, somewhere else where everybody was fighting where we'll go to Fiji to install 6 agents for DHL. The scale and reachability is a key to deliver the total experience. So total experience for us is not only Avaya as a company, it is customers. You are key for the total experience. You deliver, or you guide us to deliver the experience, you and your customer. And of course, we cannot do it without having a partnership with partners like Sabio and others around the world. This is how we're delivering experience. We don't talk anymore about technology. We talk technology is there, and it's evolving. It's easy to find technology. It's not easy to find a partner. It's not easy to find people who understand what your goal and how you will achieve your goal. And that's where we change our organization to be more focused on customer outcome and customer problem to solve, and migrating customer with the least interrupt they have. And we evolve to accept that some small company built a small application becomes so relevant more than the contact center, and we need to bring it to the contact center to deliver it. This is how we're delivering experience with you and with Sabio, with other partner. I really want to thank you for having me here today, and we're looking forward to continue building experience to our customers together. And I hope we refer always to COVID as a positive, and it's behind us. I look odd in the morning. I was the only one who was wearing masks because it keeps my nose warm, not because of the COVID. So thank you very much, and thank you.